my name is Shloka and today I'm going to show you all how to get your makeup base absolutely flawless, no patchiness, no flakes, no dryness, and how to make it look like it's skin. Because like, see for yourself, look at this. Can you tell I have a full face of makeup on right now? Well, I do, and I'm going to show you right now today how to do this exactly the same step by step and what is the correct application order to make it last long, to avoid patchiness, and to make your makeup look as skin-like as possible. Okay, so to begin, I'm gonna pull my hair back. Make sure there's no hair on your face when you're doing this, otherwise it's gonna be really messy. And next we're gonna take all this off and start from scratch. I have a clean makeup wipe. Let's see how much comes off. We're going one side. Okay, we're completely done. I left my eyes because that is not what we're going to be focusing on. We're going to focus on our base, so we're going to do that. The thing a lot of people miss in makeup is forgetting to moisturize, and moisturizing your skin and your face is really important. Otherwise, you know, there's no moisture and your skin, especially in the winter, it might crack, it might, you know, flake, and it's just not going to be pretty. Your makeup is going to start pilling and peeling right off. So always make sure to moisturize with a good moisturizer, and I'm using the Cetaphil moisturizing cream that you can get from Snapdeal for now. I'm gonna apply not too much but a generous enough amount all over my face like that. Really rub and lock it in, especially in the middle section of your face where you're gonna put most of your makeup. My nose personally, it gets dry and it flakes a lot in the winter, so I really massage the moisturizer in so that doesn't happen. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Now you're just gonna let that set for a second. Don't go directly onto it with your foundation or anything. That is also going to result in peeling. Wait just a second for the moisturizer to really seep into your skin, really lock that moisture, and for it to actually be able to settle. Because if it's still on the surface, then your foundation will, whatever you're using it, but if you're putting a brush, if you're putting a sponge, it's going to pick it right up and it's going to start peeling. That's not what you want for a perfect base. So I've let the moisturizer sit in for a bit and it still looks a bit dewy and glossy, but that is just a moisture speaking. Trust me, it is locked in for me at least. Don't just wait 2 minutes. Please determine on your own if the moisturizer on your face is really locked in or not. Okay, really determine that on your own, because everybody's skin is different and you're gonna have to check that out for yourself. But for now, I'm just taking just this much of foundation. I don't really like to wear foundation that much, honestly, so I'm gonna pick that up on my brush and I just make like a mark out wherever I need the foundation. Done. Now look at that. Even just with the moisturizer alone, it is so smooth and it is so skin-like. And this is not just the moisture, this is also like how much foundation you're applying. Obviously, if you're gonna put a lot on, it's gonna cake, it's gonna crease. Depends on however you wanna look at it. Honestly, there is a way to put a lot of foundation on and not cake and crease, but that is a tutorial for another time. For now, we're gonna focus on the skin-like perfect base. So moving forward with the most important step, actually, to really make sure that this is set and it doesn't move around with the other product that we're gonna put on top of this. You have to set it with a loose powder. Okay, so this is the inside banana powder, loose powder. There is another one that comes that I have. It's the Swiss Beauty banana loose powder as well. Bake it. It's called Bake It powder, something like that. You can use that as well. I also found that if you don't have any of these, you can also use talcum powder. Talcum powder surprisingly works really well, and I will put up a few right here of whatever you can use. I'll put up where you can get it as well as the pricing for those things, so you can check those out as well. But for now I'm going to use this, and we're just going to take this out in a container, not in this own container. We're going to pour all over our face so that this is set in place. Oh, and by the way, this is just a random powder puff I'm using. This is not really, Mars has nothing to do here with the product, so don't worry about that. Just a powder puff that I found, so the only one that I can use right now, honestly. Now you might look a bit ghostly with the amount of either setting powder you're gonna put or talcum powder, whatever you choose to put. You might look a little white, so you're gonna go back with the foundation brush. You're gonna just dust it off. Because trust me, there will be a lot of excess that's still left from the puff or sponge or puff or powder, whatever the hell you're using. There's gonna be a lot of excess left, so just wipe it all off with the foundation brush. You can shade match a bit better. But let me show you up close how the base looks right now. And this is without concealer, by the way, so look at that. Your pores are completely covered and not visible. It literally looks like there's a filter on my skin when there is not. And that is why powder is so important in every step that you do. If you want a really good base that looks like there's a filter on your skin. I'm gonna add concealer on top of this, and because we already set this area with powder, you don't have to worry about the foundation coming off now. You can put this directly on and it will stay pretty intact. So just, I don't like to put a lot, I like to just put a little bit from here. And if there's any discoloration or spots that you want to cover, that's it. This is usually where I put mine. That's good to go for me. Then I usually use a flat brush like this to dab it in place. Now I find that the brush works better than using any sponge, because a sponge tends to suck up the product, and with concealer you want the maximum amount of coverage that you can get. So I would not recommend using a sponge for concealer. Use a brush if you can. That's gonna keep the product on your face and not really suck all of it up into the sponge, you know. There we go. The thing with concealer is that the less you apply, the more benefits you reap. So I tend to apply very less, because look at that difference already. You cannot tell me that that's not amazing. I tend to put a little bit here also to define the space between my eyebrows. And yeah, that's about it. Then this last bit. We're done. Now again, I'm gonna go back and we're gonna set all of this again with powder one more time. And that is it for the base, and I've just set it again, and let me just show you how the final product looks. Now you can add a lot of stuff on here. We can add the blush, you'll add the contour, everything will stay the same as long as you know you're not really rubbing it in. Everything will be fine. It'll look perfect and flawless regardless of whatever you put on top of this. So let me show you a close-up right now. No filter, nothing, and this is what the base looks like. I think this might be the best technique there is, so that's it from my end, and let me know what you guys want to see next. And yeah, thank you and bye bye.